So guys, it's me again. Today I'm gonna show you a build demonstration for 3.16. Just remember, this is still 3.15. I'm just showing you how the build plays out because some people wanted to see. And just remember, the last video about the build is just kind of a sketch of the build, right? So there's going to be things that will change, and you know, PoE is about min-maxing your build with the stuff you get. So don't get too rigid and do everything that I said on this video. Just, you know, notice the main things that the build needs and go from there with your character, right? There's a lot of room to change things. And as you can see, you probably will be starting with this and then go for a block. This is a very decent, actually not even decent, this is a very good staff to level with. And after a while you can change into something like this, +1 damage over time, a little bit of spell damage and some damage over time crafted. As you can see, this is not even that good. This is gettable if you use your expedition things smart. Just try to get a good base, and after that use essence or fossils or harvest, and yeah, eventually you'll be able to get a +1 chaos and craft life into it. You know, there's a lot of ways you can get to this point. It's not even an insane Emmy, right? You can just use harvest on a runter base until you get it, right? And I have this is recover life of block, some life, and that's the only thing right about the build. Our gloves doesn't even have the essence craft here, 30% socketed gems, you know, that shit. That would be an insane boost to our blight damage. I'm currently use enhance level 2. You can even get that to level 3. I'm just using enhance because this character, I just got what I had in that stash and put together so I can show you the build. And as you can see, I'm using Malevolence and Skitter bots. You probably should use Malevolence and a defensive aura, but yeah, that's up to you. You can also use your light rings, get Min Frenzy charged on your gear, and yeah, and those points doesn't really matter the skill tree, right? It's gonna change a lot, but as you can see, there's some basic stuff that you always be getting, right? So this elusive damage over time on the shadow, block, right? So you get some damage over time, block, and block. That's just it. And if you have some good points, you can get some clusters, and there's nothing much to it, right? Just make sure you have at least some area damage because of the Profound Bloom or because of your Bane and everything else. So without further ado, let's do a T14. And I mean, my flats are shit. I'm not really used to playing PoE in a bit because I've been playing a lot of D2. So if I die, I die, right? So let's see how the build plays out. And yeah, here we go. So you just run around, you Bane, and boom, boom. Suddenly you're zooming. So I noticed that the bad thing about this build is sometimes you get used to zoom zoom, and actually you just run into packs and die. So when you get into red maps, don't get any damage mods on the map and play a little bit slowly if you have to. The most important thing is for you to, and I don't know, actually on softcore things are different, right? You just want to not die. Usually I play on hardcore, but I think this league I'll be playing trade league because, you know, nobody got time to that. So let's just do this harvest so we can see it. I really like this build on harvest because you just explode everything. I will use this one. So you smoke mine, and boom, you Evolve Blight. And there's some guys here, some guys there. And boom, okay, got that. Let's do this because I think this is gonna be a hard mob, I guess. So you Bane, you Enduring Cry, you go down there, wait for the pops to do the job, and after, then you come here and everything is a-okay. Oh shit, not really, right? So let's do this one. And yeah, just use this shit, get your endurance charges on the pack. You know, this guy is gonna die soon. And here we go. Dead. Okay, there's some mobs left. Okay, let's just finish the harvest. You got the idea. It's pretty good on harvest as well. Just be smart about how you play and use your skills. And I'll be showing you the best way to get the most damage on their boss. You have to actually set it up so you can get the single target damage on this build. If you don't do that correctly, you have low single target. Don't complain with me later. Just use the skills on the right order and you get decent damage. You see what I mean soon, right? So, okay, as you can see, it's pretty satisfying, making the monsters pop everywhere. And yeah, so you can just keep playing like this. It's so fast that even if you don't have good gear, you just rush tier 10 maps, get some money, and then you buy some good gear so you can skip into red maps, right? So this is the advantage of the build, because it's so fast that if you don't have a decent gear, you can just buy it by running fast maps, right? So this guy, right? Who do you think you are, bitch? Okay. So let me explain. First, you Bane the boss. Then you Essence Drain the boss. Then you Vile Blight. Then you Blight. And then you proc Withering Step. So let me just come here. I missed the Essence Drain, I guess. Then, okay. And then, okay, the pop did most of the work. But you see what I mean, right? Because as you can see, when you use Withering Step and use a skill afterwards, Withering Step buff get cancelled, right? So you can see, now I will be using a skill. Boom. It's missing, right? But when you cast Blight and then use it, as you can see, I'm not losing the buff because I'm channeling. I'm not doing anything else. So this is actually the play here, because this makes you very tanky. As you can see, Blight. Let me just here. And as you can see, okay, I can't see actually. It's probably here, right? Yeah. Let's try again so you guys can see. So we get a lot of dodge chance. It starts at 25 and we'll be getting lower. So you Bane because you use your Despair Curse. Then you Essence Drain because it's kind of hard to aim. So after you use Bane, the monster will be Temp Chain, so it will be a little easier. So Bane, Ban, Blight, Bam. Right? And if you use Frost Blink, you can Frost Blink while you're channeling, and that's okay as well. But we'll take Withering Step off, right? Those are two movement abilities. Anyway, you got the idea, you got the build. If you have any doubts, you can, ask. And yeah, I will see you on League Launch, and I hope you enjoyed the video.